Canberra Metalheads.
The Archives.
Me and You Season 2. Alright, let's kick it.
Hello and welcome to the interview section of Canberra Metalheads. You got Marky Malphas, and we're joined here with the guys from Kid Presentable. So starting left to right, we've got
Anthony.
Anthony, and what do you do in the band, man?
I play guitar.
Awesome. And
I'm Luke and I play bass.
Awesome. Good to have you boys here. We're recording this episode live at the basement. You know, it's always a good spot to catch up. I had a feed before everyone rocked up and we're sitting down, chilling out. You guys just heard Edge of a Knife, which was recorded off their LP, which is Disposable Culture. You might have noticed that it had the that LP sound because I recorded that straight from vinyl. You guys release LPs and things like that, making your merch a little bit more unique, I guess.
It's our first sort of like main release, like in like our first EP sort of thing. We just thought vinyl was cool. It seems to sort of be coming back, sort of the more popular sort of thing now.
Yep.
It's a cool little novelty.
Like, I mean, you even see vinyl in JB Hi-Fi now. Like, it's pretty sort of trendy sort of thing. Everybody's into it now. Like, a lot of other hardcore bands are doing it. So we just thought we'd jump on it.
Yeah,
something
cool,
different. Yeah.
Well, you guys have been doing it. I've noticed you guys in the scene for the last few years. How long you guys been? How long's Kid Presentable been kicking for?
Oh man.
This is probably like we've been around ages, but we've been pretty shit.
Sort of. We've been more active, sort of in the past, like
year or so.
Maybe year and a
I've
half,
definitely
2
noticed
years.
you guys more in the last couple of years.
Yeah. But we've been a band probably 2015, maybe 2014.
4 or 5 years.
But just the amount of lineup changes, people coming and going, other commitments, all that sort of stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's just been a bit of a push to get it off the ground. But we've sort of.
Dude, I feel like sometimes you kind of don't solidify your lineup until you all mesh together. You know
that's
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Especially you know, when if you're in other projects and things like that.
Yeah, that's
it all meshes up. You guys both original members, or?
I guess Duck is. I sort of joined a
yeah.
little bit later on.
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
pretty
it started,
much.
Me and Elliot. Elliot's the vocalist, and I guess we just kind of filled everyone in as the years.
Yeah, cool.
We're through a lineup change at the moment as well.
Yep.
So our drummer for the last year is moving to Japan next month.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Campbell, the other guitarist, is moving on to drums.
Yep.
And we're just going to find a new guitarist.
Yeah, we got a new guy jumping on. So.
Did I tell you what? Just from knowing like the scene a little bit over the last few years, like you're gonna have a lot more success trying to find a guitarist than a drummer. It's like a pretty smart move. And if you got a guitarist that can play drums, man, you got a blessing there.
Yeah. He doesn't consider himself a drummer.
He's not really a drummer. He can pick it up. He's doing a pretty good job.
Good,
so
That's good, man. It's actually cool that that might, it shows that he's willing to keep it going.
That's
man.
it.
It's like
100%.
commitment to the band.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So it's worked out sort of well in that way. Because like you said, drummers are pretty hard to come across.
Especially in like Canberra as well.
Yeah. If there's a drummer in Canberra, usually they're not just in one band.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you're
That's
asking someone who's already in 2 bands to be in a
commitments
third.
with other things.
Such a
hard,
commitment.
Man,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No, that's good, dude. It's good to hear that you're still like kicking on, and also like that could also have some like positive effects on like your sound as well. Like
for sure. Bring different elements and
stuff. It could
in.
add extra dynamic to it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, someone that used to play guitar, like they kind of have you ever you guys probably get this like as a guitarist yourself. If you don't know another instrument, you're like, oh man, I wish that I could kind of be able to show that dude
100%.
what I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
But like, then it's just like, no, he's just gonna learn it up and do it.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
It's like those people that you hear that like they get mad because something that they really like doesn't exist, so they invent it.
Yeah. Then so a lot of the stuff we write starts with Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's sort of the main guitar
He writes
writer.
like the riffs, and we build around that. So now he's on drums. I guess he can kind of
he can still do a bit of both.
Yeah,
you know,
work the two
he
together.
can still input with riffs and
Yeah, for
everything
sure.
else. So yeah.
That's good, man. Yeah, no, awesome to hear you picking it up. So was he the guitarist in the LP?
He was, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so like I said before, I've noticed you guys doing some gigs like around the place lately, and I caught one the last one that you did here. And to be honest, man, like I recognised the name from early, like when you guys were early on, because I'm
right.
dude, Kid Presentable's a hilarious name.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the best name. That's one of my favourite band names for a Canberra band.
Thanks, man.
You gotta love a good Simpsons reference.
Yeah, that's it.
We're all like Simpson
Massive
dudes.
Simpsons
Yeah.
fans. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
it's pretty much all like band jams is. It's just riffs and just quoting the Simpsons the entire time. So yeah.
Dude, it's from that same episode, man. I was out the backstage and I was hanging out with one of my buddies. We're doing a podcast out the back, and there's no one else here, and I'm just like, oh man, you can use that bathroom there. It's a ladies' bathroom, but there hasn't been a chick back there since '86.
Yeah.
It turned into an office.
Yeah, nice.
So there you go. Like, there's a crossover.
Yeah, I know you're a boxer, man.
I used to call that the stick. Don't let you have that anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, no, was that like a band decision to choose that name, or
It's
how'd it
sort
come
of.
about?
I'm not even sure who came up with it.
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't
sort
know.
of just
It was-
bit of banter, and it sort of just stuck. We were just
Yeah.
can't even remember who actually came up with it, but yeah,
Yeah.
just like we said, just being fucking
Yeah.
Simpsons nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like your standard like hardcore band kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's just
Yeah, it's something a bit different.
Yeah.
And like if you know the reference, people will be like, oh, that's great.
Well, we've heard
So-
people who haven't known the reference. They're like, "What's with your name?"
Yeah,
true, man.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like so we were talking off mic earlier about, because I've had the guys from Hostel here before. They were called Kit and Hurricane.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had them on the show soon after they changed it, soon after their last album release, and they said that it's so funny how like the name of your band can like create different first impressions. You know,
Or
what I
sort of
mean?
like an image in someone's head before
Yeah,
they've even
yeah.
seen you, sort of thing. Yeah. I know what you sort of
Yeah,
mean.
so like
yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
listen, like I often go back and just sometimes listen to episodes for references and stuff, to do callbacks and things, whatever else. And they were saying that when they changed the name, people like kind of took them more seriously, because like Kit and Hurricane seemed like they're sort of having fun.
Yeah.
But then they actually said like, oh, we're actually like going to take this seriously. First thing we should do is change the name, and just like, and they said it was instantly like well received to like get different gigs and
fair
things
call.
like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the Kid Presentable's like in that exact middle ground. Like, you're still fun, still cool, but like
But it's still-
like a catchy
yeah.
name. People know it. and it's
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's it, man. Do
Yeah.
you ever see, like, because I know when I got the copy of the LP, you had the sticker in there.
Yep.
Like, do you ever see your stuff around town? Like, your
Yeah,
merch?
I've
slowly
seen-
a bit.
yeah, I've
within
seen
the
a
last year.
few,
Yeah,
like-
since we put out the
Since we
LP.
put out the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noticing a lot more people wearing like the merch and stuff.
Yeah,
around.
that's been
Yeah.
cool too. Just seeing whoever, just
that's
like
just something we're just not used to
Yeah.
at all, like at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
that's rad, man. It's like, so I can only sort of relate to that just with like my shirts.
yeah.
But like, I'm getting to the point now where I'm seeing people that I don't personally know wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like,
yeah, it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you say someone like will know me, but I don't know them straight away.
Yeah.
And then I think I've seen you at gigs or whatever.
Yeah.
What's your name, man? You're wearing one of my shirts.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
So yeah, that's always one of those moments, and I've never had that until recently. So like, I can imagine what it'd be like for an actual band. Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, no, it's awesome, man.
You guys obviously have pride in your stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got like a cool, unique like merch lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it heaps better. Do you so you guys are currently in Kid Presentable. Do you have any other projects that you guys are working on at the moment?
Well, Ducks.
Playing
and-
another kind of
yeah.
is like emo punk band,
Yep.
Elk Locker.
Okay.
But besides from that, I think
That's pretty much it,
Yeah.
really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you been in KP for longer than?
I've been
Yeah.
in KP longer than the other band.
Yeah, sick. I guess like I was saying before, you can do like guest spots or like be in other bands as well, just like drummers are. Like
Yeah, well,
anyone can be
Lockie,
multiple.
our drummer that's left, actually plays in El Clocker as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. It's a
Yeah.
bit like, and also you sometimes have like members that'll do fill-in spots. I know,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
like you get like, because I know Stewie from Chasing Nimbus did a spot for Hostel at one of their gigs because he was the original singer in that band and
Come back and did
and
a
came
set.
back because Curtis couldn't make it to a gig, so
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
It's good that like it has that like reform.
Yeah.
It's cool how like the Canberra scene, man, like. You know, you might not talk to an ex-girlfriend ever again, but you'll be in the same band 3 or 4 times. You know?
yeah, I know what you mean, man,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's like
Well,
commitment to the band.
Yeah,
Originally, Campbell was playing bass when we just started Kid Presentable.
Yeah.
We had a different name then, I think. Callum used to be in Kid.
yeah.
Oh,
Callum
actually,
from Crooks
yeah,
actually
used
used
to
to drum for us for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
That was
yeah.
like very, very early days.
I'd love to see Callum on
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah, this was like
completely different genre then
Complete-
too.
yeah,
It
it's
was
like-
sort of more, I don't know, sort of
melodic.
melodic hardcore
yeah.
sort of thing.
Because I know Callum's a like he likes his like black metal and death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I can definitely see that influence in Crooks as well because like
Yeah, for
they
sure.
do a lot of like they're on hardcore bills some like most of the time these days.
Yeah.
They seem to find that they're in that clique at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I can tell like Callum likes his.
Yeah, you can see a lot of influence in the
Yeah.
music. I feel like they've got a really good like crossover of everything though.
True.
Like, you know, they've got like the slammy beats, two-steppy sort of parts.
Yeah.
Like they do a really good blend of everything. I think that's why they appeal to a lot of different
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and also like got some damn like committed fans too. Like they're pretty insane pits sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of gigs and stuff like in pits, how do you rate your fans, man? Like obviously being a hardcore gig, you get different like dance styles and like
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
else. How is it up being up on stage and seeing people go
Generally
psycho?
pretty good, man. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we went like the first few years, like nobody moved or anything. when we
Yeah.
played. And then it's just the last show, with Honors Crooks, like that Halloween.
Yeah, the one that's
Friday, 13th.
was that
Oh,
last
man,
year? I
remember that.
think.
I was on the
yeah.
backstage for that. Was that on the backstage?
Yeah,
gig?
yeah.
Dude, yeah.
That was,
I was
I
on
think-
the bar that night actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was almost like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween thing. It's
That
sold
was-
out. The back room
Yeah,
sold
it
out.
was full,
it was
man.
nuts, man.
That
We were
was-
the opening band, and we just had people going nuts.
Yeah.
So
Cool,
it
yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
That backstage gets lit, hey. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Much prefer playing the backstage.
when it's full, dude,
Yeah.
it's like crazy.
Yeah, just people jammed in there. It's
Yeah.
great.
There's actually a lot more like hardcore gigs out there that just feel more like so you know like the history of hardcore in Canberra, how it's like at Euthies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's still got that feel. Do you know?
Yeah,
what I
a
mean?
little bit,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, I remember seeing, you know, how Terror and Stick to Your Guns just played here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing them
Guns
play
Direction.
the youth centre
Yep.
in like Tuggeranong. It's like 10 years
Yeah.
ago, and now just playing with them is just crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
saying before about like your influence and stuff. Influences, it's like crazy when you also are like playing with them that you've seen those dudes and now you're playing with them.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Like I saw Terror a couple of years ago in the States, just
Yep.
like on a Saturday night, and it was just like packed, like 500 people.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just
It was
Yeah.
actually really good here too. Like I'm
Yeah,
surprised that
good.
people actually came out early for us as well,
Yeah, I think
and the
'cause
boys in
it was a
Napalm
weeknight,
as well.
wasn't it? Like,
yeah, it was
general-
like a Tuesday
Yeah,
night.
Yeah, and like we sort of had similar sort of size crowd as
Yeah.
Terror and Stick to Your Guns. Like it was
I
good,
love
man.
that, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was great.
Like, Canberra crowds tend to be doing that more and more. I've noticed they'll come in at the start of the night, and roll through right to the end. Like as a bartender, and I've like done the legwork. I've seen it over the years.
Yeah.
Now more than ever, people are hanging out for the whole thing.
yeah.
Worries Out the Window was a gig at the end of last year. That was over 2 stages.
yeah, right, like a festival. Sort
Yeah,
of thing, yeah.
and it started like 4:00 in the afternoon, man. And I came in, not expecting, the sun's still up and all that stuff. pretty much about the same amount of people as there was at like 8 o'clock at night because everyone rocked up early and stayed.
Yeah, that's
gig.
great.
Yeah.
I think actually the hardcore scene is more likely to do that than the other scenes that I've seen, like just slightly more than the rest.
Yeah, it can be. Sometimes it's a bit hit and miss. Like, you know, you get people sort of rock up a bit late for one band and sort of ditch straight
That's
away.
why-
I think it's also like the promoter's preference on where he puts the bands. Like if you put one that people are going to come out for, they'll stay out.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's also the thing, like, you know, you see shows sometimes that get put on, like, it'll be like a 6-7 band lineup sort of thing, middle of the week, and it won't start till like 8:30. Like, you know, people got work, man. Like, people aren't going to want to come out and stay out
Like
for that
10,
long.
There was
You
a
know.
gig, I think 2 weeks ago with that, started at 9:30 on the backstage.
Yeah.
And we had band members coming through into here saying like, we'll like watch this band for a sec because like ours isn't. We still got like an hour
Starting.
before we
Yeah.
like we're all set up. We're just waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's sort of just planning shows around convenience of the people you're playing to. Too.
Yeah, unfortunately too, you got to look at like things on in town as well.
Oh, 100%. You got to put it around
you're
everything
not gonna,
else.
Like, be
But
able
yeah,
to pull like a crowd while
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
something
for
else.
sure.
Yeah,
Even
that's-
something like dude, even something like the Canberra show can like affect crowds, even
Yeah,
though it's not
definitely.
a metal show, you know.
Yeah.
just the amount of people going to that and whatever else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the other. There's a whole other dynamic. Like planning shows and stuff can be like a whole science.
Yeah,
That's
for
why,
sure.
like, especially for us now, we're trying to play as least Canberra shows, unless it's like worth playing, just so that
Yeah, we're
we
sort of
play
trying to
too
venture
often.
out a bit more,
Yeah.
especially after
You
our
don't
like,
want to play
tour
too
last
often,
year.
otherwise people just they see nothing new. And
Yeah, true. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's a bit like what Honest Crooks did. A lot of interstate shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did some hard yards, man. Yeah.
yeah. It's paying off, man. They're smashing it.
100%.
They're really smashing it. But yeah, it sounds like you guys have got the right the right formula, the right technique and stuff, man. The right drive.
Yeah.
Bloody guitarist willing to do a line-up change.
Yeah, that's it, man.
yeah,
Yeah, but
because we only just got the ball rolling. Like once we put out the EP and then did that tour,
the
our
tour
first
with
tour we did.
Brain
So
Freeze
we
and
don't-
Breakthrough.
Yeah, don't really want to slow down on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look, once you roll it, you may as well keep it going.
Yeah.
It's
That's
harder
it.
to stop momentum than to just keep pushing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So you, like we mentioned before, you've got the LP out, the EP out on vinyl.
Yeah.
And then I've also got a cassette of you guys, which I think I got the last one ever. So
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
Yep, there we go. And I noticed that those guys, who was that? The company that did the
Best Wishes.
That's right,
So
Best Wishes
yeah,
did
they really sort of helped us out with
They've
putting that
always-
sort
they've
of
backed
stuff
us since,
out.
yeah, since
Yeah,
the
they've been
cassette.
great. Danielle and CJ, great people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, where are they based, man?
In
Melbourne.
Melbourne?
Yeah. So they even sort of helped with sort of getting in touch with other bands and sort of putting on shows and stuff
Cool.
like that. So yeah, they've been awesome for us.
Dude, that's what I like to hear. People just like working together to do stuff.
Yeah,
not
that's it.
not just like a label or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a label, yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty DIY,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
they're pushing a lot of like sort of up and coming
Yeah.
bands
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
exactly.
They're doing a lot of good things for just heavy music in general
Yeah.
in Australia. So yeah.
That's really good, man.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. So, what was it like recording for that? Like, do you guys? Is it different knowing that it's going to be on a different medium? Like, was there anything that changed?
The only process that was different is we kind of had to allow more time for it to be put onto the vinyl.
Yeah, you sort of got to record it for the amount of time that's going to be pressed onto the vinyl. Like if it's too long, it's not going to fit. Like you've got to do a
true.
10-inch or
Okay,
a,
yeah.
So we had to like
sort of,
shuffle the order of the songs. Like
so that it fit on the
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only thing. Other than that, the whole recording process and everything was the same. It was just a matter of hitting up the vinyl company and getting it pressed. Like that was the only difference, really.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mentioned before you got 50 copies of that as well.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like cool. That's like a good run.
Yeah, that's
to
it.
get
We didn't
through
want to go nuts with it. But like, yeah, sort of.
It also keeps it a little bit more like unique and like
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
it.
low
especially for like a first like solid release sort of thing.
It just makes it a little bit more like sought after once they're
Exactly.
sold.
Yeah.
Like,
People who collect.
Well, that was the
vinyls
whole
and
idea.
stuff.
'cause you got different colours and everything.
Yeah. Different.
The
colours.
whole color thing was CJ's idea, just a part of the tour and
Yeah.
everything like that. He's like, yeah, we'll do some different colors, get
It-
people's attention, sort of thing.
Dude,
So
it's sick.
yeah,
it's the same with your merch and stuff, man. It's just make it interesting.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it, man. Yeah.
Yep. Right. So yeah, got all that. So did you guys have to travel down to Melbourne and record that, or could you?
No, we recorded with Elliot Gallard in Sydney.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chameleon
Yeah,
Studios.
he's doing, I think, like Honors Crooks.
Yeah, he's done Crooks. He's
Yep.
done a whole bunch of
Ill
Endless
Natured,
Heights,
yeah.
Ill Natured.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done a fair few solid releases. So yeah, he was really good to
It
work
was really,
with.
yeah, he was really good. He had a really good input and ideas
Yep.
to how we recorded and
Yeah,
structured
yeah.
the songs and stuff. So it was good.
Yeah, dude, that helps out a lot. Like, so,
Definitely, yeah.
I hear a lot of different bands that have recorded with different people, and I always think that that's like the one thing that you like kind of need to click with your like the studio where you
Yeah,
record.
100%, yeah.
We had you guys might know a local band that are sort of, I guess they're in the doom scene at the moment. They're called Witch Skull.
Yeah, I've
And,
heard of this.
yeah,
place,
they went down to Melbourne to a place called Goat Sound. Dude down there called Fuller that recorded theirs, and he's like really particular with everything. And they
Yeah,
put
right.
out put out their album on vinyl as well. And yeah, he was just like particular about all that
the
sort
whole
of stuff.
process. Yeah.
And then also they went over to the US to do.
Yeah,
the
they're on
race.
some like label with the
Rise
States now.
Above-
Yeah,
Rise
yeah,
Above
that's
Records, yeah.
awesome.
So
That's cool.
it's pretty funny, man. I was talking to the guitarist, and he said as soon because he loves like he knows Rise Above Records as one of his favorite labels, and now he's on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
nuts.
crazy.
And like so, he's on the same label as some of his favorite bands. And he said when
Living the dream.
dude, he said when he got the guitarist, he was saying that when they got the stack of merch from him, it was wrapped in like the tape even had like all the Rise Above logos on it.
Yeah, right.
And he said he just like felt like unwrapping it and then just wrapping himself with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is just like that level of like realization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, so that's just an ongoing thing. You should always like have that click with the
Yeah, definitely.
with the the recording place.
Yeah, it's always good just to have good relationships with everyone. He's like
Yeah, for
networking
sure.
and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, exactly, man. Like it's the scene's so tight. It's like just so much easier to be mates with everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, sometimes there's fallouts and things, but I don't notice it too much in Canberra.
I think it's gotten a lot better
it's
than
got-
it
yeah.
has
A lot better,
been.
If
Yeah,
there is any, we just stay out of it.
yeah, we
Yeah,
try to avoid
yeah.
it as much as we can.
But yeah, like I've been running the show, man. Like I've had a band on every week and never had any clashes with members, like anything like that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's just good to do that. There's plenty of rad gigs coming up too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got you've got a bunch of rad gigs coming up, which I do a gig guide later, which I'll run through more of them later on in the show. So you can stick around and listen to that. But for now, do you guys have any upcoming gigs that you want to announce as part of the interview section?
Well, so far what we've got booked is it's just like it's either going to be a 2 or 3 show. Not sure on the 3rd show being confirmed or not, but it's just a like
A weekender.
weekender sort of thing up
to
in Brisbane
Brisbane,
and
Gold
Gold Coast.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's in early April.
Okay.
That's about it so far. I
yeah,
know
just
we're-
with Napalm.
Okay.
Yeah, along with those boys from Sydney. So
Yeah, right.
played a few shows with them.
You played with them before?
Yeah, they played the Stick to Your Guns
yeah,
and
okay,
Terror
yeah.
show, and
That's why I've seen you guys live.
they played a couple shows on the tour we did last year as well. So yeah, they're
Awesome.
good dudes. So yeah, going up there with them, and then sort of got a tour maybe July,
Yeah,
June
still in the works.
Still in the
so
works,
yeah,
Yeah, so obviously keep an eye out for more info on that
yeah,
one.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys played a Brizzy gig before?
Yeah, we've been up there before. We played Crowbar as a part of the tour.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the last tour we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they got a crowbar in Sydney as well, don't
yeah,
they?
they do
Yeah,
now
yeah.
as well.
Where the
Yeah,
old bass stag used to be.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
turned it into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm sort of out of the loop with the Sydney, other venues. I'm pretty much just like in the basement most of the time. But I do like in our gig guide, we've also got the national gig guide as well, which is gigs that like Australia wide.
Yeah.
Like some of the bigger touring bands and stuff.
Yeah,
so I get
awesome.
to know like Crowbar and like all the like Max Watts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like learn about the other venues as well, especially since you're touring around.
Yeah,
and
for
things like
sure.
that. I'm I announce like Sydney, Melbourne, sometimes Adelaide, but like there's hardly ever Perth shows. Like I just want to see some like bands smash in Perth.
Yeah, well, there's actually a band, Bitter End, that are on Best Wishes. They're sort of another up and coming band sort of thing from Perth. They've been killing it lately.
Yeah,
so
awesome,
keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Yeah, some Perth,
yeah.
Is they a hardcore band or?
Yeah, heavy hardcore.
Yeah.
I think
That's got some pretty good
Jerry from Crooks did a feature on one of their songs as well. So
Sick,
yeah, they're a pretty cool band.
They're
getting about.
How good is like when you see like crossovers like that? I remember when we were talking to Callum, they had because they got Jord from Disentombed to do a
feature,
which is just insane. And Callum was telling a story about like you just turn around and Jord was like next to him. It's such a big dude. It was just like, whoa. Like still trying to play guitar at the same time. Yeah. So it's good to have like crossovers like that, man. And especially if you're on like on a label that helps things like that out.
Yeah,
as well.
for sure.
Doing little crossovers and things. Yeah, man. All right, we'll wrap it up with that, man. We'll stick around for the gig guide later, and we'll run through some more down the track. But for now, we played a track at the very start of the song, which is Blood Run. At the start of the interview, we also had Edge of a Knife. Now we're going to play one more, which is Vein of Existence, and they're all from that LP, which is Disposable Culture. Look at me. Anyway, so what we're going to do as part of this episode is a giveaway where you can get yourself a copy of that LP. I've got a special edition in orange, so if you guys share this post, then you can be in the running to win that. There'll be more information in the post so that everybody can have a shot at winning that one. I'll run it over the next week, and at the end, the winner will be announced. So if you like the sound of that LP, share the post and it can be yours. So yeah, thanks for joining me on the show, man. I love doing these basement episodes where I can hang out and just have a chat, run through it. You guys have been rad to talk to, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You too, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And was there anything else you wanted to announce on the show?
Probably. I think we pretty much covered everything.
Covered everything
now.
off.
Yeah,
just remember to keep an eye on their socials. You guys are on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
Yep. Do you have like
Spotify.
a Spotify
Bandcamp
as well?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I'm going to chuck a link to your Bandcamp in the description.
Yep,
so
sweet.
if anyone wants to buy stuff from there, they can head on over.
Yeah, all our stuff's the copy of the records on Best Wishes
On
as well.
Best
So you can
Wishes
check out their
as well. Yeah, I'll
check
chuck
out their
the
big
label.
cartel and everything. So yeah.
I'll chuck the label stuff in there as well, man. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. You've been listening to Marky Malphas and the guys from Kid Presentable here on Canberra Metalheads.
Bianca, bam!